Joining us on the dais now from South Carolina, head coach Dawn Staley, student athletes Destanni Henderson, Aliyah Boston, and Brea Beal. We'll start with a comment from Coach Staley, and then we'll take questions for the student athletes first.
First, I just want to say that Louisville did an extremely great job at just competing. I mean, we could never put them away because of their fight and their competitiveness and their ability to hang in there and defend and score and turn us over. So they created a great environment for all of women's basketball fans to be excited about.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for the student athletes? We'll start right here.
David Cloninger, Post and Courier. Brea, you've always been known for your defense. It seemed like you drew the assignment on Van Lith and really kind of took it up a peg. Just how important was it for you to take her out of her game?
I think it's just a mentality to have every single game. You can't just turn it on and turn it off when you choose to. It's just something I've, grown since a freshman. It's a talent I've grown and just added to as a freshman. So I think, especially now, you just really have to lock in and know what your job is to do offensively and defensively.
Question right here.
On air with Audrey Peterson. Congratulations to the South Carolina Gamecocks for winning today. So the first question I have for the student athletes, all of you, after last year's loss in the championship game, what does it mean to be back in this position, considering you could be facing Stanford tomorrow?
Do you want to take that first, Destanni?
Yes, I feel like last year we fell short when we lost in the Final Four. I feel like this year it's a relief right now and it feels great. But we're going to take in this moment and we're not done yet. So we still have unfinished business and just going to live in the moment for right now. But, tomorrow just to lock in more and just do what we have to do to just make it all the way.
I agree just what Henny said. Last year we lost in the Final Four, but this year we knew that we were going to be tested, and this is something that the hump that we need to get over, and we're able to get over that tonight, and we're on to the national championship game, so we're really excited.
Yeah, it definitely started with, the first official practice we had. We wanted to find a way where we could gel together, play together, and I think that's what we've been doing this whole season. We had to turn the page from last year and just continue doing us and staying in our circle.
Next question right here.
Yeah, Chris Thomason, St. Paul Pioneer Press for Aliyah. I guess a two-part question. First of all, after winning all those Player of the Year awards, any added pressure going into the Final Four? And then the second part would be just what was the difference in your game in the second half scoring-wise versus the first half? You obviously got a lot more opportunities in the second half.
With the awards, I'm really blessed, but my main focus is bringing home a national championship Sunday night, and so I'm just really locked in on that. And scoring, I think the game just opened up. We were able to just continue to move the ball, and it opened up for me to get more scoring opportunities.
Judy Gatson from WIS. Aliyah, I had an opportunity to talk with your mom at the team send-off. She told me that she sent you a scripture before the game saying that you are equipped for this, and in the group chat that she wanted you all to play with grit for the other student athletes, but starting with you. I just wanted to know what that meant to you tonight.
It means a lot. God is at the forefront of everything that happens in our life, and my mom just sent me that reminder to know that he has already equipped us to win this game, and he's already written everything down in his book. And so that's just a reminder that don't go into the game with any type of nerves because it's already written and the game is in God's hands.
Question right here.
Hi, Tyler Griever from WHS in Louisville. Aliyah, you had that and one before the end of the third quarter when I think they had just got it down to 6. How big was that play for you guys going into the fourth?
I think it was really big just because it gave us momentum, and it also got somebody else in foul trouble, which we could always benefit from.
Yeah, question right here.
Nancy Armour with USA Today Sports. This is for actually any of you guys. What did you take away most from last year that allowed you to get where you are right now?
Just that the game is, you just got to play. Everybody's coming to play. We just got to make sure that we're ready. Last year, thinking about last year coming into the season, we just knew that we fell short, but it's not something that we continue to think about because we knew that this was a new team. We have a lot more depth, and so we just got to come to play every night.
We have time for one final question for the student athletes.
Matt Dowell with Watch Fox in Columbia. This is for all three student athletes. You guys have preached all season about not getting too highs with the highs and too lows with the lows. What would the next 48 hours look like for you guys, especially from a mental and emotional standpoint?
You want to start that, Destiny?
Yes, I will. I feel like we're gonna just watch this game that's coming up right now, and just really see what we can do, offensively and defensively. I feel like we're gonna mentally just be locked in and just not to, as you said, not to get too high with the highs and lows with the lows, and just stay focused.
And I think that we're also going to take the time to recover, no matter what it may be, ice tub or Normatec or massage, just making sure that we get the proper rest that we need.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Normatec, did you hear me? Normatec, please.
She said she wants a Normatec deal. Anyway, yeah, just definitely, rest our bodies and our minds and, turn the page. It was a hard game, a hard-fought game. We pulled away in the end, and we just got to continue and be ready for Sunday.
Thank you, ladies. You can go back to the locker room.
Yeah.
We'll continue with questions for Coach Staley. We'll start right here in the front.
Dawn, turning to Sanaya so early in the second quarter, bringing her back in the fourth, just what have you seen from her lately to say, this is who I want for this particular matchup? And how do you think she played?
I thought Sanaya did extremely well. I mean, I knew that. I knew we were going to need someone that has good court vision, that's able to pass the ball. Like she has a real good knack for her court vision is just probably it's elite. And I just thought bringing her in, where we put her in a position where she could play make, where she can get our post players the ball or make good decisions. She's been doing that all season long. It's just, certain situations calls for, you to really hone in on that, and I thought she did a great job with it.
Right here on the left side.
Mike, you have a Gamecock Central. Dawn, I know you guys don't dwell on the past, but you think back to some of those games earlier in the year, whether it be the SEC tournament game or the game before that against Kentucky. What did you guys take away in terms of just being able to be prepared to finish, especially going into the fourth quarter today?
I think we've had instances, late in the season where we didn't take care of business in the fourth quarter. So I know it's in the back of our players' minds. It was back in my mind that we were up, I think, 9 going into the fourth quarter, and I'm just like, okay, here we go. And I think just with anything, life in general, it's going to throw tests at you. You're going to have to pass the test, or you're going to have to retake them. And I thought we've been put in positions where we didn't pass the test against Kentucky, and they made us pay for it. And then we have other instances during the tournament where, we faced it and we took it up to another level. So we look forward to other tests to take. Hopefully we'll have to pass that one in the next game.
Question here in the front row.
Patrick Donnelly, Associated Press. Team defense has been a strength of yours all year. You seem to have turned it up a notch even further in the tournament. What has been the secret to your defensive success so far?
Well, we're a team that we really don't turn you over. We just stay connected. We're linked up. They do a great job at communicating. We just like to be disruptive. Take the first option away, your second option away, and then have you play with a short shot clock. And then that is not a whole lot of teams are super efficient in low shot clock situations, so we try to put them in that, and then we rebound the basketball.
Question here in the front row.
Jerry Lee Woodley Jr., the College Sports Report. Dawn, talk about your quick start, getting to that first timeout. It looked kind of ugly to start off with, but then you all got into the rhythm, and you weren't forced to call a timeout.
I think our experience, and I think this is Louisville's first time being in the Final Four. And sometimes when, the lights come on, it just takes you a little bit longer to just kind of get your equilibrium. And then once they did, they ended up coming roaring back. But I was happy that we saw some shots go in. And I was happy that we were able to take their hit and just keep playing. You know, I could have called the timeout I think in the second quarter when they went on a 12-0 run. But when you know why it's happening out there and you got an experienced team like we have, we just let the game settle in and corrected it on the fly.
Question here.
Yeah, Chris Thomason, St. Paul Pioneer Press. Was there more of a concerted effort to get the ball inside to Aliyah in the second half? I mean, I know you shot the ball better in the second half from 3, but in the first half, I think you had a stretch where you missed 7 straight rather than maybe get it inside.
Yes, that's the stretch that they came roaring back. I mean, we have to play through her. It doesn't mean that she has to shoot the ball, but every time she touches the ball, she draws a crowd. And if we're able to kick it out, I mean, that's probably the time that we need to take those shots. But I thought we just got, you know, in the rhythm of shooting outside shots that really didn't make any sense. And it just threw off our defensive, transitional defensive balance. But we corrected it, and when we started going into her, playing inside out, more shots from the outside started falling.
Question here in the middle.
Hey, Dawn. Corey Diaz with the USA Today Network. Quick two-parter for you about Brea. First, is there anything that she's able to do on the defensive end of the floor that just kind of makes you maybe take a step back when she's performing the way she performed tonight, kind of in the moment? And then 2, how big was her just sort of cleaning things up sometimes offensively? How big was that for you tonight?
I mean, Brea is an elite defender. Like, I mean, she's so underestimated. I mean, she's so just unassuming. And it's almost like, you know, it's almost like her personality. Her personality makes it easy for people to overlook her, except the people who are, you know, that know what she does every single day. Elite defender, she's just locked in. She knows what your best move is. She knows what your counter is, and she just waits. I mean, she forces you into those situations, and you got to go to your third option as an individual player. And by then, if you have to go through your first, second, and third, your teammates are standing around. So we got you. I mean, so she really understands that part of it. And what was your second part question? Oh, she clean up. Like, I mean, she's calm. Like, she's seeing it a lot differently than she has in the past. Like, sometimes when you get pigeonholed into being a defender, you just take on that role, and then you don't even look to score. You don't even look to do anything else. But, you know, we got her comfortable. We got her, like, you know, she helps us when she scores and when she shoots the ball, and hopefully she'll continue to do that for us.
Question here.
Hey, Dawn. Pete Iacobelli of the AP. Is there any edge going into Monday night or Sunday night that whoever you play, you've scouted them before and you've beat them?
Is there an edge? No, there's not an edge. You know, when you're playing for a national championship, it is, you know, the team that can get to their habits quickly and stay there. You know, we're very fortunate that we did play both of them. Connecticut a long time ago, but they're probably back to where they were when we played them. So that's their norm. Stanford has just gotten better and better and better and better and better, and there's really no letdown. So whoever it is, you know, I mean, you got to go through a quality team to win a national championship.
One final question right here.
Coach Staley, Lawson Merrill here with the Daily Gamecock. 19 assists to 5 for Louisville. What did you see as far as ball movement, offensive efficiency, and how do you think you'll be able to carry that into Sunday?
I thought our players just really played with a lot of poise when we weren't turning the ball over. I thought we were just ready for, I mean, we were probably ready for a little bit more jump. I mean, they just went to a, you know, regular 2-3. I just thought we saw it. We knew what we were going to do. We talked about it in shoot around the day, and our players were just there to execute. And Super proud that we did have a shoot around, that the game was later, that we could have a shoot around where we can discuss some things about some junk defenses and what we wanted to do. And a lot of what we wanted to do was the same play that we ran, no matter what junk defense that we could have seen. So it's really surprising. Like we don't have a whole lot of assists all the time. So I'm really proud of our team for being able to share the ball.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.